What's up everybody, this is Nurse Hannah coming to you with another video. If you're interested in nursing school, this video is for you. Here I will tell you what to expect in nursing school. Of course, most of it's going to be my experience, but I'm sure the majority of it is what everyone has experienced thus far as a nursing student. Before we get into this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Join me on the journey of getting to 1,000 subscribers. There I will be doing a giveaway. It could be a nursing giveaway, it could be a general giveaway, it could be makeup, nursing related, it could be anything that you guys want. Let me know what you like about this video and let me know if it was a helpful tip for you. Give a thumbs up, comment down below. If I forgot or left anything out, then I will do another video on that as well. Let's get into this video. Great, so you made it into nursing school. You made it into nursing school, or you want to be a nurse. So what can I say about nursing? Nursing is very different. It's a very different studying, and it's so hard to explain in a way. You can get ready for it, but you cannot get ready for it. As a student, you should know your studying strategies. When I say your studying strategies, you need to know how well do you learn? How well do you retain the information for it to understand through your mind and your brain, for you to understand the material? Are you an audio learner? Are you a visual learner? Are you a tactile learner where you learn things through your hands? Are you good with flashcards? Are you good with doing mnemonics? You need to know how you study and what way works for you. Would you remember everything in nursing school? No, you won't. Would you remember something that you took a test the week before? Maybe not. It's okay if you do not remember everything, and it's okay if you do not know everything. This is something totally different. You're not gonna come into the nursing program willing to know, I know what EKG is, I know how to do a reading, I know how to put in an IV. You don't know. So this is why you want to come into the nursing program with a fresh start, a fresh new mind. You need to understand the material. So it's better for you to understand the material rather than memorizing the material. There will be nights where it's late nights, early mornings. There's been times where I've stayed up till 2 a.m. to wake up for 6 or 7 a.m. for a class. So that means I had like 5 or 6 hours of sleep. And again, a whole full day of either clinicals or classes, and then just to do it all over again. You want to stay well rested. You want to eat properly. You don't want to miss any meals. Sleep, sleep, sleep. You need to sleep. You need to get your 6 to 8 hours of rest. Please do not try to cram anything the night before, because it will not happen. Not to say that some people can't study like that, but would I recommend it? No. Okay? You need to exercise and find ways to de-stress. There's gonna be days where it's gonna feel overwhelmed with so much work to do, whether it's clinical work, class work, and other classes that you may be taking as well, because I have been taking other classes in my school. They would allow you to take other classes like electives. I did have some religion classes that I needed to take in order for me to fulfill that bracket of classes in order for me to graduate. Lucky thing, I got that class online. So I did have a 7 to 10 page paper to do, which I got started ahead of time before school even started, because I did not procrastinate. And that's another thing. Do not procrastinate. You need to make a list of things that you would like to do, and as you get them done, you check them off or you cross them out. That way you can see how your progress is for that week. That brings me to another topic, organization. You need to organize how you're going to tackle your classes for the semesters, okay? This is an example of what I would do, or how I started off in the program. So what I need to do this week. So quiz on patho. And you will put the topics or the chapters of what you need to study for, as well as exam for med-surg, and I put in parentheses neuromusculoskeletal system, chapters 1 to 4. Read important points. The book that I use, it was something Invicta, I think it's something like that. I'll put it down below. They had like these yellow boxes, green boxes, tables. It'll say box 34-3. So chapter 34-3 table, or the box. So those had very, very important points in there. Professors would definitely take questions out from there. At least my professors did, and those were the very important points in those boxes. So table and boxes, right? and then I put here just exercise, and then start on clinical work for the next week. How I would like to do my clinical work takes a lot of time, guys. Well, mine did. I don't know how it's going to be for you guys, but mine took a lot of time. You know, especially if things were being graded as well. Everything is graded. Everything is graded. Even if it doesn't, some of it may not go to your grade. Some of the works is just for completion. It still needs to be graded. You know what I'm saying? Like if something is 10 points worth of your grade, right? And your professor just wants to see you do it. Do it. Do it to the max, to the point where it's out of 100 or you get an A out of it. Here I started my religious paper, looking for things I need help in, and do ATI work. So these here are my ATI books. This is what I got throughout the program as I went to the semester, for the semesters that I'm, for the classes that I'm doing. So these are my ATI books, and we did have ATI work to do, which was like 30% of our grade or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, these counted, and the professors could go on the computer and log into their ATI through their teacher or instructor username and password, and see the things that we've done. And there were due dates. So this also brings me to Exhibit A. Now here, this is just an example. I had typed it out on Word. I've done this in my first year of nursing school. Now this is just an example. I'll go on Word document and I would literally make a calendar of the semester. So we are in what? This is the fall semester. So I would have done September, October, November, December. I want to do August because that's like the first week of classes. Usually we don't really do that much. Well, I lie. I'm not gonna lie. We do as much because we get our syllabuses the week before, or probably 2 before classes start. And already I would have had clinicals. Now that I graduated, thank God. But I would have had clinicals the first week of school. Like I would have. And I usually will get clinicals either Tuesday or Thursdays. One semester I did have clinicals on a Sunday, which was my med-surg 2. But yes, anyway, I would do a schedule like this, Sunday through Saturday, the month of the year and how the days fall for that year. Then I would just color coordinate the classes. So whenever I see pink, I know it's med-surg. Whenever I see blue, I know it's ATI. Like red is farm, and I have here silver. I don't know if you can see it, but I just wrote the paper for my religious class. So that way I will know, okay, I didn't have to flip through the syllabus all the time. I would already had it here on my calendar, coordinated schedule type of way. But I would still go back and forth with the syllabus just to make sure that everything was correct and on the right date and at the right time. As well as some work and papers or things that are supposed to be due 9 p.m. And when I tell you 11:59 p.m., I'm meaning 11:59 p.m. because by 12 o'clock, that or whatever is shut off. You can't submit anything like through your computer. That's it. I would do things. So that's how I would organize my work. Stop doing that because we'll always change something according to the what or something. Like for instance, when we will have finals or extreme hard exams, like for med-surg number 1, we had patho. So I was taking patho as well with my med-surg 1. And there is the scheduling and prioritizing I wanted with you guys, as well as focusing. You need to focus on studying and doing this plan and execute it and stick to the plan. You need to have those who are supporting you, whether that's friends and family. Know that I'm studying. I am studying from 2 p.m. I have a break from 3 to 4 or 5, and then start again at 6 or 7. So they need to respect the time that you are giving yourself in order to study for this exam and this material, because if you don't pass, you can't help them as a nurse. You know what I'm saying? Life outside of nursing, yes you can. Can you prioritize it? Yes you can. Someone's life in your hands. As a new nurse, you have someone's life in your hands, and I say that myself as well. Like questions, like and responsibility to these patients and their families. Okay, it's a very hard, extensive job, and stressful job as well. Even when I was seeing things on clinicals, I would do another video on clinical versus classes or theoretical classes video if you guys would like to see that. Because it's two things in itself. Like, it's totally that if you do choose to have a study group, make sure that there are classmates who understands or works the same way that you work, because you don't want to be confused. If you know one thing and then you come together with other folks and they're telling you something else and you having this back to back, at least bring the receipts. At least one person can look it up in the book. Oh yeah, maybe I was wrong. Oh yeah, or yeah, with something else. But I do remember a little bit of it because it has happened to me as well, where I be afraid to be wrong. Don't be afraid to be corrected. Okay? Don't have any pride, because everyone is helping everyone. Everyone is helping each other. Everyone is on the same level as each other, okay? Having a mentor, if you have someone that you could look up to, whether it's a nurse already, it could be a mother, a father, a friend, a family, someone who has been a nurse, even a doctor, or even other companions. Just have a mentor, have someone to keep you grounded. I cried 3 times in the program. 3 times. I cried my first twice. 2 times. I cried 2 times. I cried my first semester and I failed my first pharmacology exam. I got a D, I believe. I think I got a D. And I cried. When I tell you I had snots coming out my nose, you would have thought that I failed the program. And I thought to myself, I said, oh my gosh, like, this is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Like, I cried. When I tell you I cried, I bawled, and I'm not even exaggerating. So that another tip is to stay on top of things. You want to make sure that you are at least a week or 2 ahead of classwork, your exams, your quizzes, and anything else that you need to stay on top of, especially things that are due dates. You need to remember the due dates, the due times, if there's any extensions. How I stay on top of things is, like I said, I did the list. I did the cross out list of things that I can visually see what I have within that 2-week span. I also did a little bit of everything. So if I had my religion paper, my 7 to 10 religion paper due at a certain time, I would do a little bit each day. I would type out something. Anytime you have a free time, you want to do your work. Same thing goes with my clinical. I had to do my care plans. You have to do extensive care plans, especially for med-surg. And we had to do the medications, write out the problem for the patient. Obviously, we didn't use their full names. We did like a little bit of abbreviations of their names, or probably made up names. Staying on top of things would also help you stay on task. Prioritize it from it being the heaviest or the most stressful task, or the time and the date that it's due, so you can do it both ways. And that way, that would just help you stay on top of things. So another tip is to always stay on top of your emails, stay on top of your, like, we use D2L, so there's always like a notification. You have the option of putting a notification on to know when grades are due, to also have reminders that something is due in the next couple of weeks or couple of days, because we use D2L. Whatever your school uses for you to log in for your classes, when you can see your grades and submit things through Dropbox, make sure you have notifications on. Notifications for your emails, your text messages, making sure that you are communicating with your professor and your classmates as well. Also, knowing your professors, having that relationship with them would also help benefit you and keep you at ease of knowing how each of them work and think when teaching you. Some professors are going to be nice. Some professors are going to be very strict. I had one very strict professor. You come in late for class, and we had a 10-question quiz, which was 20% of our grade. And if you were late, you had 1 minute left to do that exam, you better know the answers for all 10 of them. Whatever questions you answered within that 1 minute left, that's it. Pencils down, test to the front, that's it. Now, working while in nursing school, would I recommend it? Yes. Have I done it? Yes. Full time? No. I would not recommend full-time working while in nursing school, because full-time is basically what, like 35 to 40 hours, right? So you're doing 35 to 40 hours. That is 35 to 40 hours taken away from you studying, doing your work, getting ahead of tasks and clinical work, right? Right. And they suggest for you to, if you have like a 3-hour class, you have to double up the studying time. So that's like 6 hours of studying. Yeah, so I think the ratio is like however long your class is, you double it with the studying time. So working, you have to work, obviously. Like, some people, if they have the luxury of not working and still having the support of their family and friends or whoever to help them with bills, and those who have families. I don't have any family, I don't have any kids, I'm not married, I'm single. So I had the luxury of, you know, if I wanted to, I could have done that, work full time. For those who need to work, you need to pay for your tuition, number one. So how is it possible that somebody cannot work and go to school? Like, you have to. So just be mindful of how much hours you're putting into work and also studying for nursing. So that's just go hand in hand. So that's just my opinion and my tip on that. And also that also brings me to having funds, having money in nursing school, because I remember my community health clinical, the site that they placed me at. Number one, let me tell you something. If your school gives you the option to pick your clinical sites, kudos to you, because we didn't have that opportunity. And for my community health clinical, which was the worst clinical ever, I had to follow my nurse in a car with her, right? Well, not with her, but I couldn't be in the car with her car. I had to rent my own car, because at the time I don't have my own car. So what I would have to do every week was to make sure that I had funds in my credit card or my debit card to rent a car from Enterprise to follow my nurse to the various homes of her patients. So my community health was to see patients at their own home, in the comfort of their own home. And these are patients that are following up from whatever procedures from the hospital, and it is continuum of care. So I had to make sure I had the money for that every week, or else I would have to drop out of that course and that clinical, and then figure out how, you know, to get the funds to continue it for the next time. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not going to be being held back just because of a car. So that was a very big struggle for me. Every Wednesday, I had clinicals every Wednesday, and I had to make sure that by Monday or Tuesday the following week, I had to book that new car. So that was very, very stressful for me. Nursing school does not revolve around your life. Your life revolves around nursing school, and I'm gonna tell you that right now. Do you have to buy all your books? I didn't buy all my books. I also worked in the bookstore at my school, right? So for us, we got 10% as an employee discount. Was that a lot? No, because the books were so expensive. But I knew that I was going to keep my books. But now I feel like I'm gonna give them away, because now that I'm moving, I don't know if I need all these books. Like, these books are just my ATI books. I have my other class books, and they're like big and thick. So the only books that I'm going to keep is this is my comprehensive ATI book, which is all it is in this book. Okay, all it is in this book. So this is just the only book that I'm going to keep. As well as my med-surg book, my Invicta book, and probably my clinical book. This is the ATI book here. I wrote mad notes, so much notes in here, highlighted, you know, so I think that's what I'm gonna use, and that's what I'm gonna keep. And this is what I use to help me also study for the NCLEX. But do you have to buy all your books? You don't. If you have the money to buy them, fine. So hit up anybody that has taken the class already, and if they will lend you the book, or just give it to you as well. As people who, you know, sometimes they have like a post-it on a wall in the school, and the description of how well the condition of the book is. And if you want to buy it, then you buy it. But you don't have to buy all the books that they in nursing school. As well as in my syllabus, they will tell you recommended books and required books. So I will always get the required books. The recommended, ready for classes the day before, one class that day, which I usually did all the time. I will pack my bag, make sure I have my pen pouch. Pen pouch right here. This here has like a whole bunch of inks, pens, and I love me some nice inked pens and highlighters, because I'm always like writing in different colors color notes and stuff like that. Maybe I just like to see my own handwriting because I have a nice handwriting. But this accordion folder, I got this at Staples. I think I had this for like the majority of my nursing program. And it's just an accordion folder like this. And I like this because it can hold everything that I need in here. It comes syllabuses and everything in here, so I'll know everything is in one place. So sturdy. I will probably be using this as well going into my new nurse. I'm gonna be taking this with me because we have a lot of orientation to look forward to. So this will come in handy with all the paperwork that I am going to be receiving. Please just relax, just focus, embrace this new journey as becoming a new nurse, as becoming a nursing student. You're not going to believe in yourself. Believe that you know that you can get through this. Believe that you know that if you have a struggle, you can go to somebody and just talk it out, cry it out, punch it out, and then get back right to it, because it's very worth it at the end. Like, you guys don't understand. I have not even embraced it as yet. Like, yeah, a badge and it says RN on it and not a nursing student. I will feel it. I think I will feel it then. Like, I will feel it then. But for those who are in nursing school and for those who are thinking of going to nursing school, you can do it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and to click that notification bell so you won't miss any of my videos. And until next time, bye bye.